Well,
Bruh.
too late now.
I didn't pull up my card.
You're too late now. It has begun.
So, welcome to the chaos of this session. It makes sense considering things are not normal tonight.
Fair enough.
My face feels numb.
That's not good.
This is too large.
I cannot spell to save my fucking life.
Spelling, who needs that?
I do. Considering that I, criticized Hunted the other day for his spelling, I can't
Do it all the time. Till this day, he still doesn't know how to spell there.
Yeah, he doesn't. I keep meaning to
dose.
bring it up to him, but he still
Or does.
Oof.
Okay.
Or does.
I keep meaning to bring it up that he's spelling there wrong, but I just don't.
He also doesn't spell,
Red's got it.
Okay.
he also doesn't spell does right. He spells it dose.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome everyone this evening. DM is a little flustered. She forgot to do the things before streams, so give her a second.
Don't mind this. It is all good. Oh, the scream has screamed.
I must.
It's Scream! Run!
Oh god.
Boo. Okay, who is the next one on the list? Hunted is
Don't
the
mind
next
what
one.
I'm doing.
Hey! Who just did that?
Don't mind.
Oh. Well, I do appreciate that. Why, thank you.
I missed. Oh goddamn! Fuck.
Oof.
When your monitor stand is literally just some box you found. It's literally what I just did.
That's amazing.
I have a slightly smaller box that fits just underneath the base of the
What
monitor.
dice do we use again?
D6.
D6. Okay, thank you. I totally knew that. Fuck off. I will eat your goddamn kneecaps.
They don't. My knees don't work well anyway. Go ahead. I can get new ones. Flesh is weak.
What?
Oh, no.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
My hentai bot is done, by the way.
Oh god.
Oh, I didn't need to hear that.
Oh.
My hell brute. Get your mind out of the cutter.
Yeah, her chaos hell brute.
What?
Warhammer.
Fun.
Oh,
Nice.
And I think that just leaves Hope without a card.
What?
I think that leaves Hope without cards. Hold on.
Yeah, you fucking nerd get cards.
Fuck you. Can't see, but I'm making a
I
gun.
will say,
Gun fingers with my hand. I'm pointing a gun at you.
Full trigger pussy.
I would if I could.
on yourself or apothecary?
Drop shit on my desk.
Alright. Everyone has their cards.
Also to answer your question, yes.
Okay. Anyway, welcome everyone. Tonight is a bit chaotic, as you can tell. The DM is a bit flustered. She's not at her usual setup. I'm Claire, our DM and storyteller, and I pass our introductions quickly over to Shadow.
Hello, I'm Shadow. Also on this game known as Spots, which isn't there. Um,
Oh,
Yes,
fuck.
that
I'm
was-
sorry. I'm sorry. Ah! No!
This is when he's the floor.
as,
You
as
have the
our
mental,
lovely
you have the mental
Just
capacity
ladies and
of a
gentlemen.
boiled turnip.
There! Spots' name is up. Isn't that good enough? There we go. There we go. I am so
as
sorry.
our lovely streamer also
Also,
is
also
being
Sandwich
reminded
isn't
that
here, Dragon.
Sandwich isn't supposed to be here,
Okay.
and it's supposed to be Erna.
I have decided to keep Sandwich there just as a possibility, and we're going to as Claire.
No, Goopy specifically said he was playing Erna.
Oh,
He did.
Damn it! God damn it!
So
Hi.
bear with us as
You're
we're
really good at
passing.
this.
I got this. I'm totally a
some
professional streamer here. Don't worry about
It
it.
has been,
Mhm.
I would say, it has been a couple weeks since we've been on here. So sorry guys. I will start passing myself to Apoth so he can get his intro out of the way.
Welcome back, Hunter.
You all know who I am. Babysitter for this band of schmucks. Playing shooty boy.
The only responsible college
Moving
student.
on. Let's go. Come on. Someone just go. Chop fuckers. Come on.
Who is next?
You.
You volunteered.
Go.
Congratulations.
You volunteered on it.
No, I refuse to introduce. I refuse to be perceived or introduced.
Go piss baby.
No,
You toddler.
Oof.
I will not be perceived. I am hunted. I will be playing the only other responsible adult here, Chris. The only other responsible adult.
Get hunted
It
and
also
stuff was
requires an
started-
adult.
I'm not an adult in real life. Fuck off.
Yeah, in real life you're a fucking toddler.
I will drop kick you across this fucking continent.
Do it. I'll die and I'll be happy.
Hate.
Come the fuck at me, you overgrown toddler.
I thought it was Gremlin.
No, he's younger than me, so I get to give him shit.
Oh, okay. I guess that's
Strangle.
fair. Ah-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. No.
Anyway, pass play hunted.
The play.
Where?
Your nickname.
Where?
You
Look
must
at your nickname on the server.
pass the play.
Is there anyone left?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 people.
My brain is tired. Just. No. Shut up. I went for like an hour-long walk today. Give me the.
Thou art piss baby.
Jesus.
Anywho, I'm making the executive decision. Hope, introduce yourself now.
Oh,
Go,
fuck.
shoo shoo.
Hi,
Introduce her. You down 3 HP.
I'm Hope. My face is numb. I don't feel good, and I'm playing a possum envy person who is a glass cannon. Yes. Okay. Yes.
That leaves one person left. Protagonist, introduce yourself.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I am.
You were the protagonist.
Yet you responded to that. How curious.
Oh shit! I've been exposed.
You were the protagonist.
Well, you heard it first here. I am. My name is Fury, and I am playing Private Green, just your friendly neighborhood scaredy cat noob.
Bag.
Well, yeah.
Punching bag, yeah.
pretty much.
That is
Pretty much
also
the
the
punching
protagonist.
bag.
He is the protagonist.
Because he's the only one that's never missed a session.
I can't escape this.
I've never missed a session.
Character wise.
I mean, character-wise.
Character-wise.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
One day it'll
He's
change.
the only consistent member here.
It will change.
Consistency. No wonder he has the bird.
Shh. No
Oh,
one
yes.
needs to know about that. Wait,
The bird he is emotionally attached to, despite the bird being a
Yeah.
fucking canonical debuff.
The emergency food.
Everyone devour Edgar.
Spot.
I will be watching you.
Watch all of
Spots
us.
looks
can't watch all of
away.
us.
I will be watching you.
The only
Anyway.
people you don't have to worry about are Sandwich and Winter in that regard.
I don't even think Sandwich was against it.
No, Sandwich isn't against it.
Well, I'm okay
For
Oh.
with
reasons.
it.
Anyway, so last time we played, a couple weeks ago, we went through a random door and poofed into a fucking eternal hunting grounds of torment. It's fine.
Yes.
It's fine.
Murder happened.
Yes,
A little.
murder happened.
Maybe war crimes against wolves happened as well.
Someone who wasn't there, did they get out?
Yes.
Yeah, they got out.
Yes.
Sandwich punched a bear.
Yeah, he.
Yes.
And caved in a
The
skull
person,
of
the
an enemy.
person we went after fucking died though.
Meh, who cares?
It's fine. At this point, Andre's like, give it up, and he's just like, you know what? There's crazy shit in this town now. It only started happening when you fuck showed up. I'm sending you on a mission out of my town. God damn it.
I would take no responsibility for this.
Yeah, to try and get everybody his way as far as possible.
He's
I have
just like,
nothing to do with this.
look, he has several things he needs to worry about, and right now he doesn't have time to worry about fucking random doors leading to spaces they shouldn't, and like weird gods in people's minds. Okay, he doesn't have time. He doesn't have time for that shit. So
He doesn't.
he's sending you all over to Rems. Communication has been spotty for the past like couple weeks, so he's mildly concerned, to put it lightly.
Yeah.
So he would like the party to go and check it out and see what the hell's happening over there, right?
If they're still alive.
Well, we know they're still alive. We've had confirmation of that at least.
But very
We
little, I
just
take
don't
it.
Yeah, we just don't know what's going on for there beyond they probably need backup. So
1 second. I need
I
to
will-
check if I have enough dice for my fucking shooting because Bermuda has an insane amount of dice for shooting.
if you don't, there's a magical thing called the dice bot.
No, I have plenty of dice. I just picked the ones that are pretty.
I'm actually just gonna check and see how much valiancy Green has quickly, because he might stock up on.
Which account did I? Okay, it was this one. Okay, yay. Yes, there's
While
gonna be a
you're
sheet.
doing
Yay.
that, I would like to note for everyone here, and I will give Bane the opportunity later, should he not arrive until next session, or if he arrives later, I'll let him have a chance to stock up. This will be the last time you can access this marketplace
Oh God.
for a while.
All I know, I have FOMO anxiety.
You know what? Give me a second, because now I need to look through this, because I want to see if there's anything I
Yeah,
should
same.
buy before I leave.
You all should have 400 valency from last mission.
Around there.
I used some a little bit, so I'm down to 320.
I had to.
Oh,
Shit.
you're not
Okay,
the
yeah.
same
Okay,
character.
yep. I'm good.
I'll be right back.
One. How many? Okay, that's. Oh God.
I'm pulling out a
Oh, 1,
calculator.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need one more. I need to find one with dice out actually.
Worst comes to worst and you can't find it, just use the dice bot. We have it.
I refuse. No, I want to use my pretty dice.
Very
I'm
nice.
gonna use the big dice. I'm gonna use the big dice. Fuck it. Big dice.
At least I know I have.
Oh, I actually have more metal dice than
really
that.
quick question,
Mhm.
because I've been wondering about this for quite a bit now. Are we good on the constructs yet? Or it's been way too busy to even worry about that?
I'm sorry, I've been way too busy.
That's fine.
For
That's actually
those of-
fine.
For those of you that don't know, the DM is in the process of moving. That's kind of why my setup's a little MacGyvered tonight.
Yes.
So, oof.
Oh, what?
That is all good. No problems.
Bermuda has no right to have this many gun dice.
Shut up. Bermuda gets whatever they want. They're an ruler.
So
Anyway.
before we leave, Green is going to.
I can barely hold this many dice in my hand.
Yeah, you know what? What the hell? Green is gonna purchase some medium armor.
How much balance is it for me?
You
There's
remember
really much
that
for me to
will
think about here.
reduce your movement.
I thought is that not only the heavy armor?
I think it will reduce your move, or it'll limit your athletics rolls if you need to do them. Keep that in mind.
Oh, okay, so it's basically already more of a crutch on my already crutch self.
You're basically just kneecapping yourself even more. You already had your hamstring
boy.
twisted.
Well, you know what?
I'm
Instead,
gonna
Green is
do-
just gonna buy a bunch of bandages and stock up on them.
I have 210 left.
Chris is not give up maybe some guys.
Also, warning. By that, notice you probably won't be seeing Onyx for a little bit. Don't forget about potions.
That's true. I think I still have. Which one do I still have? I still have the guts and brawn potion. Yeah, I still have all three. Oh, I forgot about the bear claw. How much can that be sold for, actually, now that I think about it?
You could sell it, or you could keep it to make something.
Right. Never mind. It's probably a better idea to just hold on to that.
Okay, yeah,
If I
I have
remember
enough.
correctly,
I have
I
just
gave
enough.
mine.
Okay, I am buying light armor, 4 cigarettes, and 2 healing potions. Now I have
Excuse me. Let's see.
so now I have that, fucking
I've gotten to the point where I don't actually know what to spend the valency on because I could buy healing items, but the problem is I have so I have myself covered and everyone else basically.
Yeah.
So I can pretty much just buy munitions and that's pretty much it. Actually, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
I think I have. Yeah, that works.
Buy more munitions.
Yep, I am the Gucci.
Market. Where are
Oh wait, I have
Where-
some more left. Hold on.
where are my favorite things? There they are.
1 second.
Get the money out.
Has Zukov just been hoarding his money this entire time?
He's been spending it sparingly.
Yeah.
Then again, Zukov is a bit more experienced than everyone else.
He hasn't really needed to use much.
You know what?
Also,
What the hell? I'm gonna do it. I'll risk it.
Technically, if I were to pull all of my characters' money together, I can go on a giant
I still have
spree right
some
now.
left
But
over.
I'm just gonna wait. Like the most prominent thing I'll probably want is probably armor. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
So
So that is 3 armor.
So how much cash I got? I have that much cash. Okay, I can work with that.
I have a decent amount left over.
Okay. So that is 320.
Hey, Bob, how many gun dice does Zukov have again?
He
How much
had
gun dice does he have?
think he has 10.
Uh,
How many dice, like shooting dice, does Zukov have?
Hold on a minute.
I think it was 10, wasn't it?
6. Yeah, 10. At the moment.
Oh god. Amita has 10 as well.
Cool.
Oh god. Why? Why do I have this many
This is
dice?
This is what it's called min-maxing. Congratulations.
I unintentionally min-maxed as well.
Well, the thing here is I did this without min-maxing, surprisingly.
For me,
Although-
this is like about how I started off as.
Yeah, because you haven't been bringing Bermuda, so. Okay.
Oh lord.
So-
Plus, I did. I have enough blood to up my brawn again.
And I'll buy. How much is that actually? Ooh, 60.
Wait, are grenades in the weapon stats list? Because I'm not seeing them.
They're not. However, the
that's a
general
problem.
idea is that for them, they will do 2 damage to a radius of enemies. You roll for how many enemies they hit.
So it doesn't really matter what kind of grenade you have then?
I mean, anti-tank will do more damage to tanks
Fair enough, I
than
guess.
just a regular one. If it's against a tank, then it'll do 3. But if it's against just personnel, it's just 2. As weird as that is, it's just the easiest way I can think of to do it.
Excuse me.
Also, I will note
No,
We
if
have,
that's the case.
Okay.
Let me
tonight.
go.
I will note that we also have 2 reversed cards from our
Yay!
and
Okay, so reverse cards are good. Got it.
no, reverse
No.
cards are bad.
Oh.
Yeah, reverse cards tend to be pretty fucking bad, unless it's already a bad card, then it's good. But
Hell
No,
you
no.
yang for then?
Sarcastic.
I was being
yay.
sarcastic.
How are we gonna hunt for this time, Claire?
Well, there's only 1 card that is upright, but it's actually a rather helpful one for you schmucks. But the other 2 are also nasty, considering the zone you're about to be heading into.
Yeah.
So we need
Yay.
to be doubly on our guard then.
Please keep me towards the back so I don't fucking die.
Yeah, that's where the enemies come from.
So I
Oh,
guess,
yeah.
Back or center
The
of the
smart
group.
ones.
I guess green will be at the front then.
I'm just
Keep
gonna
to
be
the
in
center of the
middle.
group.
I'm gonna be in the middle because I'm the most squishy. I had to buy light armor just so I wouldn't fucking get fucked.
Well, I mean, that can still happen. The armor just makes your
Yeah, but
TN
it's
higher,
less-
but
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because I have a total of 3 brawn, unless I have armor. So,
fair enough.
Oh god.
Okay. So,
Fair enough.
has
and
everyone
3
done
brawn
what
is
they
what I
need to do?
upgraded to. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm ready to
I'm good.
rock.
I am good.
Pretty sure
Apothecary
I'm good
Hunter?
too. Yep, I'm fine.
Alright. So, as stated earlier, Andre just kind of wants you guys out of his fucking town right now. While he ponders what the hell he's gonna do. For once, however, when you guys were signing up for the missions and all that, for once, Adrian was not gung-ho about going. If anything, he seemed particularly reluctant. Much to Onyx's teasing. However, the snake will not be joining you tonight. He's in a later party that'll be coming. Adrian, flat out, will not.
Huh.
He just, whenever asked about it, he just says that the city of Rems always gives him a bad vibe, but
So that
So
should
what-
probably give us a bit of a bad vibe.
Onyx just says he's making it up.
Fair enough.
I don't trust like a lot.
In any
I don't
case,
trust like that.
when you guys arrive at the city entrance from the town, for the first, 5 or 6 blocks, there's barricades to prevent from going further into the city. And you can see guards patrolling. A lot of scavs, mostly rats. Although there are buzzers amongst them. Hmm?
Are there any opossum scabs?
No,
Aw.
all rats.
Okay.
Maybe the occasional raccoon, but it's mostly rats, and then it's also mostly buzzers. Specifically bees, wasps, that sort of thing. Needless to say, things are not particularly happy here, considering you can see quite a few people, civilian-wise, are mostly huddled in the center houses of this fortification, and don't seem to venture far beyond the square that you guys are now in. This place looks like a constant war zone. More so than anywhere else in the front that you've been so far. The overseer Andre had sent ahead of you. Sorry. I need to pull up my thing again. Who was that again? Is a snake slither by the name of Sasha. She fills you in on the situation. Apparently, for the past however long, the town has been under siege by pirates, of all things. Pirates in fucking tanks. With cultists from the north, coming in from the other side of town.
Politely, where the fuck did they get tanks?
Sasha just looks at Chris and is just like, Miller, we are in the middle of a war zone, or ex-war zone, with both sides having tanks.
Okay, scratch that. How did they know how to operate tanks?
Do you really think that some of them are not ex-soldiers?
Let's say, like, some ex-soldiers, that would make sense. What about the fucking cultists?
The cultists aren't in the tanks, it's the pirates that are.
Okay.
That being said, the pirates and the cultists seem to have an amicable relationship. To the point where, if she didn't know better, she would say that the pirates were actually in charge of the cultists.
Why do we have to deal with more cultists?
That's ominous.
Because cultists are the bane of everyone's existence.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as much as she would like, things are getting kind of rough because the people, citizen-wise, are getting antsy about being trapped in this small section, right? Especially considering that some of them get spirited away in the night. It's been happening less frequently since you guys have rid of that compound, but it still happens.
Wait, the compound where Zukov went in 1847?
Yes. It's been happening a little less frequently, but it's still happening quite a bit. A couple of days ago, there was at least 2,000 civilians. Now they're down to 1,500.
Oof.
Ooh, yeah,
That's pretty rough.
And the troops are getting worn down. They can't keep staying awake at all hours. They just can't.
Some sort of intervention.
Can we go after the cultists? Because I'm kind of mad at them.
Well, here's the thing. As much as Sasha would love to let you guys at the cultists, there's slight issues with that. Because between you and the cultists are a host of nasty creatures that keep getting back up when they die.
No,
And
man.
not no men, actually.
Okay. Oh, joy. More things that get after they die.
Yeah. What she... Normally, the creatures that keep getting back up don't. These in particular being things like ghouls, night hunters, that sort of thing, right? Things that don't have the same capabilities of revival as the nomad. But for some reason, they keep doing that. What she needs you guys to do is go out and find what keeps reviving them, so they can at least get some breathing room. Yeah. She warns you that they've heard noises of something large moving out there, and they're pretty much banned from going down into the sewers, because the last time they tried that, something ate a couple of their men. They still haven't found the bodies.
Something.
You know, something or some things. They don't know what. All they know is it's large and it's angry.
Jeez.
I think for me it would just be numb to this considering I'm from fucking Florida.
I guess Green would take a peek over at Edgar to see if he would know something about it.
Edgar is nervously preening his feathers.
Dang it.
Don't like this place, boyo. Is all he says. Bad vibes. Your sniper buddy was right.
And I guess we have to go in.
She advised, well, you don't need to go in because they've tracked what they think is the source, although they can't be sure, to an apartment building about 2 blocks outside of our current location, outside of the barricades. Unfortunately, she hasn't been able to spare the men to go and, deal with this.
Yeah.
They're too busy trying to protect what civilians they have left.
Well,
Because they can't transfer them over to Andre's town. Too risky for the roads, right? But also they can't... They're in a catch-22, rock and a hard place.
For me, they're just nervously counting their ammo at the moment.
Is it the only thing that can stay dead in this wasteland is my hopes of getting a good night's sleep?
Why?
The
Ever
Scots
keep you up all night?
Back and just like,
Repeat.
Sasha just rolls her eyes. Why? Ever keep you up all night? They're...
Chris feel the bags under his eyes, then turns to Winter.
Winter's not here.
No, Winter is there. I'm just not playing them.
That's
I was going to say...
I told you about that earlier, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Brain's malfunctioning. Is it alright if I just say that Winter's coming with a later group?
I mean, I don't know if you want.
That's what I think would work better.
I don't know.
turn to the general group.
I think that sounds fine.
He'll just turn to the general group.
Yeah.
Sancho just rolls her eyes. Anyway, they haven't located what ability it is, but you're going for 2nd Street, essentially. Since the sign names have been all destroyed, they're just making up ones as they go.
Mm-hmm.
So the one that they've marked as where they think the thing that is doing the thing is coming from is an apartment building on 2nd Street. Problem is, they don't know which one. There's like 4 of them.
I'm start looking.
Yeah. She wishes you luck because she has people she needs to go organize and civilians to count. And she leaves you all to your own devices.
God help us.
There is no God to help us.
That is true.
Well, maybe it's just the wrong gods.
Either that or
There is no right God. There's not gonna lie.
Either that
One
or
of them has people hunt down other people. The other one has people enslave people, and then there's the fucking bone dude we don't talk about.
the bone dude's the nicest.
Yeah, but we don't talk about him.
We don't talk.
You don't want to have to talk about him.
Yeah.
Anyway, What were you about to say then, Andre?
I was gonna say, like, if there is a god, Andre probably ground them up and used them for fucking tea.
I don't believe Andre is a cannibal yet.
Oh,
But-
I mean, Andre
jeez.
is Andre, and it doesn't count because Andre isn't a god. So
Fair enough. In any case, it's pretty obvious that you can't deal with the things in the sewer until you actually kill whatever's keeping things alive, because most likely the things in the sewer will just keep coming back. You guys have very little options here. It's either fight off an endless, undying wave, or brave the outside roads where we don't know what's going on out there, to kill whatever's keeping things from coming back, or at least deter it for a little while.
Fuck it, we
I
find
would
the source.
say find the source.
I'd say the road would be the better
Having,
option.
yeah.
having things come back up from the dead while
I'm
they're
just-
supposed
I'm
to
just
be
here to-
dead. Not fun.
Hey, for all we know, it's the cultists that are doing this, but
I mean, I'm
We
happy
don't
to. I'm happy to pop a cap in their head. Get a few extra points.
in any case, so finding the right road to head down, you guys are now on where was it? Paper Avenue. It was named this because there was a lot of newspapers everywhere when the soldiers arrived. They haven't been here in a while, though. And you can see a couple bodies here scattered there from where the soldiers tried to set up barricades a little further up, but failed due to, things not staying dead and getting the jump on them.
Hmm.
Can I loot them? Can I see if there's anything worth to loot them?
The bodies are far too rotted, and they've already probably been picked over by the soldiers back at the gates.
Okay, I tried.
Finders keepers, whoever gets it first.
From what you
Who
can tell
ta-
about
or who
Sarah,
takes
her
the second.
appearance,
Yeah.
she's very survival orientated, just from her appearance, what you gathered. So it's very likely she had already ordered them to scavenge anything useful and then get the fuck out.
Yeah, before they came back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So eventually, as you're walking along, you have the feeling that something is watching you.
Yay!
Yeah. Something is watching you. Or multiple, so... Is that everyone? Green, Chris, Spots, Bermuda, and Zukov?
Yeah.
Think so, yep.
Alright. Okay, for once. So... Give me a second. I'm just going to do something so we can see things better.
Not a problem.
Because honestly, that's hurting my eyes to try and see. So... Oh, joyous day. Whether I'd like it or not, apparently. Hold on. Things are being brewed to me tonight.
Understandable.
Ugh. I do not physically feel good.
If you need to stop, you can.
I'm fine. I'll manage.
Alright, if you insist. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Like I said, things are not going to be normal tonight,
Yeah,
because the DM is still a bit flustered.
that's fine. Take your time, please.
And
We ask nothing more but for happy DM.
Just happy DM is nice DM.
Exactly.
Last thing you guys want is an upset DM. The upset DM is a mean DM.
Oh no.
That doesn't let us use the peasant rail cannon.
I showed you that.
Penelope.
I
Oh.
showed you that one.
Sure, I'm gonna let you use that anyway.
Oh.
Do you even know what that is, Claire?
I know what a rail cannon is. I don't really
No,
need to-
peasant. No, peasant cannon.
Yeah, that.
It doesn't really matter right now, alright?
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Just saying it doesn't really matter right now.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, there's things watching you. The buildings are darkened. Some of them are collapsed in ruins. It's overall kind of a somber atmosphere, for lack of better terms. Continuing along, though, you find puddles of goo on the ground with bones in them. You can't really tell what the bones are, but the colors of goo are kind of multicolored. Kind of looked like if someone made Jell-O out of Skittles.
Oh.
Gross.
Dang. Okay then.
As you approach, one of the puddles starts to shake.
Oh.
This is ominous.
I need to roll to see. Yep, okay, it doesn't. The puddle, after a bit of bubbling, shaking, and such, manages to reform itself. And if anyone remembers from the birthday party, congratulations, we found Goo Cat.
Oh, crap.
Oh, God.
Yes.
It doesn't seem hostile, it just seems particularly miffed that it was killed by something.
Oh.
It just proceeds to, lick itself clean, or lick, as it is a Goo Cat.
Jeez, if something killed that, then God
They
help
aren't
us
exactly
all.
hard to kill. They aren't exactly hard to kill. They just will reform eventually. That is their nature. They are made of goo.
Spots will want to tame it.
Can I adopt one?
Don't do it.
You don't need to adopt one. Andre has one. Actually,
I want to
think
adopt
four.
one.
I take it that Edgar is definitely keeping his distance from this.
I want to adopt
Yeah, no,
one,
for
though.
today, you do not have the debuff because Edgar, for at least for right now, because Edgar is definitely keeping his distance. He is far above.
Intriguing. Alright.
He doesn't like it down here. He's made that very clear to you all.
Can you at least still hear me if I yell up to him?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Just
don't
that being
expect
said, in
anything
total,
back.
there are about 11 goop piles around, not counting the one that just got up.
Okay.
So, 12 in total.
And so
All
far,
different colors.
they're non-threatening.
Will anything bad happen if I pet it?
I mean, you're literally about to attempt to pet a Tide Pod of disease.
Oh.
Yeah, but no. I know, but
The answer is probably yes.
Yeah, I would not recommend it.
Sag.
I mean, Andre seems to handle them just fine, but Andre also wears gloves.
Green just puts his gas mask on like I ain't going near those things. Not again.
You already had one spit at you. It's fine. Green nearly died. It's fine.
It's all good.
I love how Green survives like the fucking waste of hours, but nearly died to a fucking cat.
It's fine.
Some of them can like spit like fucking cancer or something, can't they?
Oh, jeez.
The one that spat at Green, cantrips,
Wasn't it full acid?
it's not
Which
acid.
one?
Oh god, what was it?
Cantrips is a navy blue cat. Each of the cats have a different disease they can
That's
inflict
right.
you with. Cantrips can inflict you with the curse of disease, of undeath. Plague of undeath, whatever you want to call it.
I forgot about that.
It would have raised Green as a unfallen had it hit.
Oh no.
Well, potentially there's also the chance that it won't happen, but Green will still die.
It would not be recommended, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
We will find a way to revive our protagonist.
I mean, if that ended up happening, you wouldn't have to worry about resurrecting me.
No, we would find a way.
Maybe.
Oh man.
Anyway. The cats just look offended. These were likely a colony of stray cats.
Huh.
Before the veil, and that's why they're kind of together.
Okay.
After all reforming, the cats kind of just scamper off.
Against my better instincts, I wanted to feed one.
You wanted to feed one?
Yes.
I mean, if you offer one of them food, the others might also want food.
We can't waste our food right now.
That's why Chris didn't do it. That's why he didn't do it. He thought about it and was like, no, wait, that's a bad idea.
Winter is the one in charge of bad ideas, not Chris.
Yeah.
Chris has the brain cell, damn it. Anyway. Okay, I just need to quickly look at something. Boop.
Ow, my everything.
Suffer.
Oof.
Oh.
I am suffering.
Oh yeah, there's that. That's not what I want. I want the bestiary, thank you.
Bestiary, huh? Why?
Reasons.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Would you like to know, weather boy?
Reasons and raisins.
I actually should say that, like, 10 of the cats scamper off. There's still 2 left.
Okay.
Can I adopt it?
One of them is
I want to
yellow.
adopt it.
One of them is yellow, like a fucking, what's the yellow random object?
Lemon.
Banana.
Lemon.
Yeah, it's like a lemon yellow.
Potassium.
And the other one is, bright orange. Looks like a fucking traffic cone kind of orange.
Ah, okay.
Claire,
Hmm.
can I adopt one, please?
That's why there's 2 left. Since I know Scott wants one as well.
Yes.
If Dragon gets his bird, I guess you guys can have the cats.
Yes.
Damn it.
You don't get to bring them with you on
Trash
missions.
the trash cat get the cat.
That is fair.
Oh.
That is fair.
What about Edgar?
Edgar is
Edgar-
Edgar.
That's a good point.
Edgar is Edgar.
I think Bermuda has gloves, so I think they're fine. I mean, I would assume they have gloves.
Let's hope so.
This is just making me miss.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say they have gloves. Fuck it.
This is making what? Hunted?
This make me miss Riker too.
Oh, yeah, no, I feel bad. Unfortunately, Riker 2 is not mine, so I cannot.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you still have Riker 1 somewhere.
Yeah, but Riker 1 isn't as fun as Riker 2.
That's not his reason for being there.
I know, but still.
I don't know what's going on.
Scrap Cat was funner.
It could be coincidentally different cat named Riker too.
If that's what you want to do and you get a cat,
Oh god.
be my guest.
Help. The only thing that comes to mind when Actually, no, never mind.
I have the perfect name for my cat.
What?
I have the yellow one.
That's up to Goop. That's up to Shadow. Shadow, what color do you want? Do you want orange or yellow?
I'll let Hope choose which one they want first.
No, I want the yellow one.
Alright. Then that means Spots gets orange.
Okay.
Damn it, banana and roundhousing you.
No, it's a reference to a thing I'm in. A character of mine has a firefly that they adopted and named Roderick, so I'm naming the yellow cat Roderick.
Fair enough.
And
What
Bane,
would Spots like to name there?
you better name it Garfield.
Generally, do.
I mean, it could be worse. You could name it Firestar.
Oh.
No!
Oh.
No! Don't remind me of my warrior cat's phase, please!
Oh no.
I don't want to be reminded of that!
Wait, I have to check about something right now. It's something y'all just made me start doing quotes. Now I have
Anyway, yes, Spots gets the orange one, name to be determined. Roderick the yellow one, I guess.
Yeah, cat.
The cats just kind of meow at you and like rub themselves up against your legs. Thank God you guys have pants.
Oh
Gotcha.
god. Oh.
if anybody knows,
Literally.
it's Catra.
Thank God you have pants. Your natural selection would have made quick work if you're massive, you bastards.
It's just like, oh, that'd be a bad
Bermuda
day for
is
Green
just
to wear
one
some
big cat.
shorts.
The trash cat gets a cat.
Cat made of slime mold.
Ugh.
Yeah. Can I pick up Roderick?
Yes, you may. You don't know how the cats are purring. They don't have any organs, so they don't have vocal cords.
I picked up Roderick and I put him on my shoulder.
Cat just kind of lays there, just like, meow.
Couldn't they just theoretically just vibrate very hard to simulate purring?
They also bubble when they do that.
Oh God.
They are tiny Tide Pods of disease.
I will kill and die for my new cat.
The cat will outlive you, most likely.
It deserves it.
Like petting and hugging biological weapons.
Is
Yep.
this just...
Can I remind
Remember,
you that
it's the
Bermuda from Florida,
Geneva
they,
suggestions. That's
this is
Geneva
like a
Convention.
regular. This is like a regular Tuesday for Bermuda.
I mean, you guys have also seen, like, cantrips and such around.
Yeah.
They're at least decent at keeping the rat populations down.
Also, I mentioned this once. Bermuda canonically set fire to an alligator worm.
Murder, MB. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on. The cats, after all, have scattered except for Broderick and Catra. Which I'm pretty sure is a fucking Shira reference.
It is. It is.
Old Shira was best Shira, changed my fucking mind.
Fucking skin you.
Oof.
Fucking die.
I liked the old
I need
Shira
to watch
better.
the old Shira. I need to watch the old Shira so I can compare the two.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Oh no, here we go.
Look, I'm the man of the
Done.
classics. I'm sorry.
I have but a simple request. Please end my suffering.
No.
The old Shira wasn't that bad.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just.
Anyway. Anyway, as you guys continue down the paper-filled alley, you eventually start to smell smoke.
Oh.
You begin to smell smoke.
That's not good. Maybe something up ahead.
And as you get closer to the smoke, and eventually can feel the heat of the fire, you begin to hear giggling.
Oh.
Oh,
High, childish giggling.
Uh,
It also should be noted that the papers that should be scattered around, because there was still quite a bit, have been moved to a massive fucking bonfire in the middle of the street.
Oh, crap.
Can I
And-
see where the giggling is coming from? What is causing the giggling?
You'll see in a second. They aren't exactly
Yeah.
hiding.
I'm not looking forward to this.
I didn't.
Bonfire has clearly been built up over time. And you think those are lumbers from inside buildings that have been dragged over. The damn thing looks like it's been like roughly the size of a car, right? You would think that whatever has made this thing is large, right? Suitably large. No, it is not. For around the base of the fire, there is a bunch of small creatures skittering about. At first, you might have thought they looked like lanterns. No, these things have spider legs and eyes.
Oh my god!
Oh
Oh my god, Claire! What?
Where?
Okay, I hate that I immediately know what these things are.
Spider legs, huh? Alright.
They're not. I don't think they're necessarily bad, but they're there and they're fucking.
All you need to know is that these things are
Please
doing-
tell me he isn't here. Please tell me.
He's not.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay,
These are
thank
wild
God.
ones.
Damn it! I want to shoot.
Okay.
These are wild ones.
There's wiser ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Ugh.
I wouldn't be able to handle it if he were here. Because he's fucking dumb.
No, he's in fucking Paris.
Yeah, thank God.
Anyway. Yeah, no.
Winter's dumb.
Anyway. These little creatures, there's maybe about 20 of them, right? At least that you can see. There might be more hidden within the bonfire itself, since they don't seem to be too worried about being lit on fire. And mostly they're just doing a weird dance, insert crab rave dance here, around their giant-ass bonfire. You have no idea how these things that are like shorter than Bermuda's knee have managed to build a bonfire this large. You really
It's
don't.
not saying much since we're dead.
Said Bermuda.
It's very
It is.
concerning.
And that's
Huh.
perfectly fine. Goopy can join in on this.
Perfect.
So, what is obvious though is they're blocking the fucking street,
Damn it.
and
I guess the question is, would they be hostile? Or I guess,
There's only one way to find out.
or I guess have they noticed us is the next question.
no, they're too busy adding more paper and wood to their giant ass fire and chanting word spaghetti.
Word
Does-
spaghetti.
Recognize these.
Chris recognizes these things.
Does he know to keep back?
The only ones he's dealt with are tame.
Chris just like holds his hand. It's like, do not touch. I only know the tamed ones.
And even then, tamed is a very strong word.
The only one who, other than would know who these are, is the other feral NB.
Oh no.
That is the wrong thing. And I honestly should turn this down a little bit.
So I guess at this point, Green is just gonna just keep walking and raise his gun to make sure nothing looks at him.
Winter.
Oh no,
Try
you
to
can't go
talk to
past
them.
it. This fire is far too large.
Little bastards.
Yeah, they are little bastards. They're little gremlins.
God damn it. Oh, Oh.
Like-
God damn it.
They are the mega gremlins.
Okay.
What do you mean they're bappy?
They're gremlins.
Bappies.
They're pests.
Gremlins.
Bappies.
Look, Winter might like them, but they're gremlins.
They're bappies. Leave them alone.
And they-
Winter would agree with you.
Fucking
I do
just-
not.
Green just raises his LMG ready to just poke one.
Don't fucking touch it.
How close are the buildings around the fire?
They've basically built like a giant barricade. It's
Of
in the
fire.
middle of the road, and there's
It's
like
a
rubble blocking the sidewalks. They built a giant firewall.
We can't get into the
Is
building.
Chris gonna bring up what they are?
I mean, you could. There's alleys that lead off to the sides, but you don't know what else might be down those alleys, considering there's probably more of them around, and there's probably a nest somewhere.
So I have a quick question about certain whisper spell. Would strange wind technically blow out the fire at the same time as keep them away from us?
I don't think it can do two things, but
No.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
I would think so.
Also with winds,
Also, I'd like to
with
point out,
like
even if
winds,
you did it-
fire just tends to spread with wind.
Yeah.
Is there
And there's still like papers and shit scattered around you.
This is coming from someone who lives in a place where wildfires are kind of common.
Yeah.
Is there negotiations with these creatures?
They are sentient.
Oh shit!
They are
Alright.
sentient.
Okay.
They're essentially like small children.
I'll make sure that any person who pulls down your pants to have children with you again is a fucking war crime.
What?
These are being
Hey.
hunted.
Hunted? Are you alright?
Are you okay?
Is Chris okay?
Green in the eyes and just like, Green, if you don't just fucking touch one of those things, I'll make sure anyone who pulls down your pants to have children will see a fucking war crime.
Jesus.
So who wants to touch one?
Swear to God, I will castrate everyone.
Green walks a little bit closer just to see if they notice him.
Chris is just audibly loading a gun.
The lanterns. Let's see if they do.
Marina
anything or
was
not.
visibly concerned at Chris's reaction.
By the way, you guys notice that Green doesn't look like he's on edge as much anymore either.
Gee, I wonder why. It's almost like the debuff isn't here.
Oh, come on. We love Edgar.
Yeah, but even with
Speak for
Edgar,
yourself.
no, but even before we left with Edgar,
with
he still
Edgar,
didn't seem
yeah.
as jittery.
Maybe grew some balls.
Oh, damn.
His balls finally dropped.
Guys, stop being so mean to the protagonist.
He needs character development. He can't get that if we're not tough on him.
Okay.
Anyway.
See how it is.
Stop punching him yet.
Anyways, yeah, so I move up,
Are you
Once-
trying to stealth?
no, I'm not even gonna stealth. I just want to move up one square, see what they say. Or see if they do anything.
You fucking...
Look, I'm even putting my gun away just to see if they notice. I'm only moving up one. And yes, hello, Goop.
Hi, Goopy.
I'll have Erna go here.
Bring
Congratulations,
her
Erna, you
fuck-
arrived and Green is approaching a bunch of lanterns, other lanterns chanting around a fire.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway,
Also,
Green, what's your bond?
it's not just green, it's also spots.
Oh no.
Oh, go up to spots.
I think Marina's just gonna try and make sure Chris doesn't commit a war crime.
Okay. Anyway, Green, what's your brawn?
Ah.
I need to know for investigation.
Boy.
That's
okay, well that's fine. It's 4.
4? Okay.
Psych, you take 3 damage.
Rip.
No.
Takes 20 damage.
Fucking dies instantly.
Yeah.
No.
The spider decides to jump on top of it.
Yeah, we'll just like
Okay.
lunge
It's
over.
the burning
We'll just
damage.
use something your face full
Okay.
force.
Spots, what's your brawn?
4.
4? Okay. Let's see if they see spots.
I'd like to say Erna is visibly confused what's happening due to having showed up late.
Yeah, all Erna needs to know is that we're on a
Oh.
street called Paper Avenue, and we've encountered a roadblock in the form of a car-sized fire and rubble in the road being chanted around by a bunch of lanterns that have spider legs.
Spider legs.
Lantern.
Also, Bermuda has a
Anyway.
sickness cat.
Lanterns.
Bermuda has a sickness cat.
So does spots.
So those spots.
And Edgar
His name is Robert.
So the lanterns, once Green and Spots approach, stop chanting and turn to look at them, and just stare at you with their many eyes.
Is there anything like okay, so they're burning this rubble pile, right? What were they using? You said they were using paper and stuff to burn it, or
Paper, wood, yeah, but they seem to be chanting about word spaghetti.
word spaghetti? Okay, you know what?
Word spaghetti.
Is there
Word
any?
spaghetti, word spaghetti.
Is there any paper?
Wait, don't they eat paper?
Yeah, they do.
So
They eat paper. Yeah, I forgot about that for a second.
is there any paper on the ground
Is-
near me?
Yes, there's a lot. This
And-
place is called Paper Avenue
How about
for a reason.
books as well? I take it.
Spots would grab a
No, but
couple
there's like
paper
newspapers and
and-
shit.
Okay.
and put it and like kind of toss it into the fire.
Don't think.
That was actually what I was gonna do.
They watch you for a moment, studying you, and then they're like, "Word spaghetti?" And all of them in sync turn and tilt themselves as though they were cocking their head to the side.
Green just quickly yells out. He calmly says, "Word spaghetti."
This seems to excite them, and they wave their little arms at him like, "Word spaghetti! Word spaghetti! Word spaghetti!" And seem to attempt to drag Green over to the
Oh shit! Wait!
fire to do the
Hold on!
Not in it, just near it.
Oh, okay.
You want him to join in their little dance.
Okay, so Green calmly walks over with them to the fire and watches how they dance.
You know the crab brave?
Oh no! yes, I do.
That's how it is.
Alright, so, Green just kind of looks at all of them and just kind of slowly starts doing the dance a little bit with them.
To appease the lanterns.
I'm gonna. Can I say something? What? Bermuda kind of looks over to everyone else, Chris, Erna, Zukov, and says, "Is this? I don't know about you guys, but is this the weirdest thing you guys have seen? Because this is one of the weirdest things I've seen."
And
Spots to join in.
Spot. You're just gonna
Erna probably dazed and it's like, I have no idea what's going on.
Neither do I. Okay. All I know is I have a cat. His name is Roderick, and now there's freaking. I don't know.
Okay, as
Do you want to pet my cat?
so yeah, Green does this little dance with them and kind of looks around at them, and he kind of after he's done doing the I don't know how long it lasts for, how long their little chant dance lasts.
They're just keeping going.
Okay.
Stop
So
paying time,
Spots
however.
is
Okay.
doing the dance while moving past them.
Ah, yes.
Before we do that, can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
So, like, when Erna says, not Erna, Bermuda, when Bermuda says, like, it's just the weirdest thing you've ever seen, Chris looks him in the eye, takes off his goggles, and pulls out his, like, bandana thing, pulls a pack of cheap alcohol out of his pack, pops it up, takes a bit of a drink, says no.
Chris has lived with
my
these
God.
things before. I would like to remind everyone.
All right.
He lived with domesticated ones.
I will keep that noted then.
There's
Yeah,
not
the
much.
domesticated ones were a fucking nuisance.
Hold on. Domesticated? Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark!
Do not stop
Can I explain? Can I explain a little bit?
Please.
Anyway,
Bermuda's
if
dad
you-
domesticated some of them.
Oh,
Not Bermuda's, Winter's dad. Winter's dad domesticated some of them and lived with them.
Is anyone speaking loudly?
oh
near them?
No,
no.
he hasn't. I haven't said a word.
Points at Chris.
Besides Chris, he's being loud as shit.
Chris, what was the last thing you said?
Chris is murmuring all of his complaints.
I think he just said. I think the last thing he just said was no.
This, all of the lanterns look at Chris for a second, and then they just start chanting, "No! No! No!
Oh no!
No! No!"
Chris just face palms and goes, "Fuck."
Green
This
instantly.
immediately changes what they're saying, and they just start chanting, "Fuck!"
Yeah, just saying you're blasting.
Their chants change from words to fucking.
So Green, along with Spots over here, we're just kind of dance. We'll just continue our dance, and we're gonna start chanting with them and say, "Fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck."
Oh, that's it. Our protagonist is going crazy.
And with Spots, he kind of maneuvers around them as well, just to see if they can maybe sneak around a little bit with them.
Turns out if you
Yeah.
follow the
Hey,
right
you
chant
know what?
circle,
If you
there
can't-
is a gap you can probably squeeze through.
Yes.
Hey, so if you can't find them, join them. So for me, it's just gonna take like an armful of the fucking newspapers and yeet them in the fire.
Oh my god! Green quickly just kind of motions to everybody to like come over and join, and to tell like kind of motions them to join and do the dance and start
Join.
chanting.
And chanting
And
and,
then
like
to move through.
wave past them. Yeah.
Ernest is gonna like look at the nearest person that's still not walking off and go, "How do I mimic this? I have no legs."
Just do the arm movement.
Just
with the
wiggle,
body.
just wiggle them,
Yeah, just
wiggle,
wiggle and do the
them
arm
snake
movements.
hips. There you go.
They're visibly not okay with the fact that this is actually happening, and they just like say it seriously.
The lanterns immediately copy Bermuda, or copy Erna, and instead of saying "fuck now," they say "seriously."
Okay with this.
I love these lanterns. They're great.
If you would like, you could probably try to take one.
Oh my god.
They seem pretty docile.
I think Shadow's gonna die.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Green has Edgar, so you know what? One of those lamps wouldn't hurt as well.
Austin just says, Zukov. Now, look, I'm going to fucking snap. I want you to shoot me in my head.
I think it's more the fact that Zukov is probably going to shoot Green for taking one of these with them.
He's just standing there watching you all be retarded. He has no idea what's going on. There are other ways to get around this, but this is definitely the most interesting one, I guess.
There was. You guys could have gone down alleyways. You could have like.
That's kind of what his idea was.
So,
Like, how about we just go around, but okay.
And just go
Apparently-
with the comment, just nod yes quietly in approval of his idea.
as this is happening, you guys also, like, you can barely see it, but through his gas mask, you see, like, the most brilliant shine of happiness that Green has ever kind of given off to anybody.
Kind of adorable, aren't they?
Green is truly going insane. By the end of this playthrough, he could go up to one of those maws and just convince it to work with him.
Anyway, yeah. So the lanterns seem just happy to have new friends.
Oh my god, yes.
Yep.
I love these lines.
Yes.
Wait. Wait, before we continue, I quickly whisper over to Spots. Hey! You think we should start building an army of these things?
Oh my god.
Spots.
Oh, no.
Listen.
Wait, Claire, if they're surrounded by the lanterns and one of them hears him.
Does Bermuda hear this?
Because they're chanting army of these things.
I have
They said they were whispering that.
Does Bermuda hear that fucking thing? Because
They're
they're
in the middle of the crowd of
They're right
apothecary.
next to them.
No, you know what?
Oh no.
They hear that and they're just like, "We are Legion! We are Legion!"
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
Bermuda just walks back.
Green
They just
kind
walk
of
back.
changes his tune a little bit. Then he's like, "These guys aren't that half bad."
Spots. Spots
Can
is
I-
shouting with them.
We are Legion. We are
Encourage
Legion.
them.
Bermuda just walks back to the rest of the group and just hides behind everyone.
Oh my god.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, this is fine. Don't worry about
They're
it.
having the fucking time of their lives and everyone else is scared.
Bermuda isn't
God.
scared, they're just tired.
Oh, my
Just
head.
tired.
My head hurts.
Alcoholic.
Ow!
This is what drives Chris to drink fucking lanterns.
Oh,
Bermuda is just sort of making grabby hands to the alcohol.
so so no. Green and I guess Spots continue our way through, but as we do, I do actually decide to see if I can take one of the lanterns with me and give it like a little pat on its lantern head.
The top of the lantern.
Oh no.
Let's see. I need you to roll. I need you to roll
I may have ruined our
at
chances.
least 2 successes.
I may have ruined our chances.
At least
You-
2 successes.
Respecting you.
Well, we'll see. So you said 2.
No, this is a grapple roll.
Oh,
So is
I
the main
see.
idea here is to distract these things?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say we're doing. We're doing a pretty good job.
Depending on how this roll goes.
They'll probably kill me. Okay, so you said 2 successes. What do I need to roll for? Sorry.
Melee.
Melee.
Melee and brawn.
Melee and brawn. Okay.
Um,
Okay. So
as you can tell,
melee.
Spots is also gonna try this.
Cool. Melee is 1.
ahead.
Brawn is 4.
You should be able to make 2.
Let's see
You'll
here.
have 4 dice in reserve.
That's fair.
And yeah, the same thing goes for you, Spots.
Okay. Hell yes. Hell to the fucking yes.
Yes! Instant success!
God fucking damn it.
Did you both have successes?
Maybe.
So both of you reach down and grab one of the lanterns, whose legs kind of kick weakly in the air, before the eye inside the lantern, instead of a flame, turns and looks at you, and then it's just like,
Oh no.
You've been. Well,
this immediately attracts the attention over to Spots and Green
Oh.
of all of them, and they kind of just swarm around you, demanding up.
Oh, they demand up. They
Jesus
demand
Christ.
uppies. Yes. I can't.
They even like
Fuck
wave
yes.
your legs.
Oh my
Fuck.
They
god.
even like wave
Okay.
their legs at you and shit. Like, let us up.
So, you know what?
I like that Green and Spots have just become the gods to these entities while everyone else is just staring. What the fuck is happening?
Fuck it.
I
Green
didn't
starts.
expect to have to deal with these before we went to Paris, but now we have to deal with them before we went to Paris.
Software dude, thank you so much for the sub. But no, Green is going to start going around to every single one of them and just start giving them like little uppies and just piggyback rides.
This
Hold
seems
on.
to appease them all, and they're kind of clinging to him and stuff. Now we're following them. I need to roll
Jesus.
for how many you guys have. There's at least 20, but I need to see if that's all.
Oh, what have we done?
We have
I can't. Fucking hell.
accomplished the cycle.
Ah.
Alright, let's see.
Oh,
So,
Hi, software. Oh, you're watching an ad.
So let's see.
Hold on, I have something that I feel like this is how Chris is acting right now. I'm gonna send it in the chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
pretty-
God.
So, yeah, no, there's more of these things. There's more. You succeeded the roll.
Oh,
I now need to roll 4 more dice to see how many more are added.
oh my God. What have I done?
What the fuck is happening?
What have I done?
More accurately,
bad.
what
This is
have
the
you
curse of
done?
your hubris. This is the curse of your hubris.
Yeah, there's 34 of these things now following you.
Repeat that.
34! 34!
34 of these little creatures.
I now have
I
the
will
new
know.
title for our stream. 34 lanterns on the wall. 34 lanterns on...
Oh God.
Please
the
kill
thing,
me.
though.
Please, just kill me.
You now pass it around and
Leave the Staffies alone, they're great.
now there's 35 lanterns on the wall.
Please tell me Edgar sees this happening.
Edgar does, and he like hovers in the air above you, and he's just like, well, those are soulfire lanterns, boyo. You sure you want to keep them?
Whatever Edgar's telling you, don't listen to him. If Edgar's telling you to listen to him, that's the first good idea Edgar's ever had.
Oh God! I look at Edgar and I'm like, how about one?
He's like, you can't.
Oh.
They're a hive mind.
Oh. Oh.
Each nest is a hive mind. You
Uh,
pick up one and keep it. You keep all of them.
So Green looks up at him again. He's just like,
I just-
Edgar, me and you, we're raising an army, buddy.
Edgar
What
just sighs and he's just like, you know what? Not what I was expecting when I did this, but here
I
we
just
go,
wanna-
I guess.
I just want to say, so while you have 34 following you, fucking 34 following you. Anyway, while you have 34 following you through the base and everything throughout your quest, I want everybody to remember there will always be somewhere a hive mind chanting after their god who is somewhere in the waste with 34 of them.
No.
All time.
You don't
there will be a
understand.
hive mind chanting at their god green.
No, you don't understand.
Bane.
Each nest is their own set and their own hive mind.
So this hive mind just got attached to us.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly what I mean.
Oh,
There will be a nest of them always worshipping a god.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pink green.
The
So,
entire
Wait.
nest is
There's gonna-
glowing green now.
there's,
Congratulations.
Yep.
so now there's, and eventually you're gonna be another fucking hive mind of them, and they're quote unquote domesticated.
That is a very good way to put it.
Quote.
They are. Mhm.
Ah. Green.
Are they really domesticated if the owner's feral?
No, he is extremely feral. He's
He's can't fucking
Oh.
keep it in his pants, but shh.
this is the only thing I can say. Winter got their feralness from him.
Oh God.
His wife does not help us. Anyway, moving on.
No, his wife doesn't help him, and his partner doesn't help us.
On the bright side, look on the bright side, everybody. We got past the fire.
Yeah.
Do one more thing before we proceed.
All right.
But
Can Chris just go up to Green and be like, "What did the bird tell you about me? What did it say?"
Just to spite Chris, Green actually doesn't say anything. He just walks away.
Motherfucker, I will spit in your fucking drink. Tell me what.
Edgar just lands on Chris's shoulder and just like tries to charade as best a bird can.
Yes!
I told him to leave them.
Yes.
I told him to leave them.
I don't know what you're trying to tell me. And in fact, you're just scaring me. Please get off my
You
shoulder.
know what?
The bird just like,
Lamita kind
I
of just takes Roderick off their shoulder and kind of looks at him and says, "Please tell me you'll do nothing like this."
the Catagens fine. Catagens are smart, but they aren't hive minds.
Oh god, so Edgar
This is why I love you, Roderick. And they put him back on their shoulder.
Bermuda can't understand.
They're just pretending to talk to him.
Edgar has got to be the most disappointed in Green, but probably maybe somewhat kind of impressed at the stupidity he's been pulling off.
He's more impressed in his sheer dumb luck more than anything.
I think the protagonist is showing.
Oh no. Oh god. Anyways, continue.
Yes. You guys managed to get past the fire. By scooting around it through what appears to be a small tunnel the lanterns made to get around and to drag things through.
Okay.
It's a
Ah,
bit messy and a bit, covered in spider webs that are seemingly made of fire, but don't actually burn you. They just feel slightly warm when they brush against you and then dissipate into smoke.
I am not looking forward to Paris.
Maybe the first thing I'll do is dump you all in the catacombs.
Oh god.
Oh no!
That's so.
Oh, I don't want to have to deal with the manhole.
You're dealing with the manhole whether you like it or not.
Don't put the manhole and his spawn in the same room and nothing will be done.
That's the point. Anyway, the manhole probably will really like Green.
Wait
Literally,
a minute. Hold on a second.
Can I say this? At least don't put the manhole, his spawn, and the feral Hispanic lady in the same room.
With Green?
Yeah.
Because then eldritch beings will probably be summoned.
God damn it.
You mean they haven't been already? Anyway, so as you guys continue on, the lanterns causing a... I'm not going to draw them all in.
No, don't, please, we'll just say they're there. We'll just say they're following. That's it. Oh
The
god.
party has an escort of spider lanterns. They aren't exactly strong, I will note. Their main benefit is that they can be used as spies and eyes, because they will repeat anything they hear.
Okay.
However, they only have, one brawn. You could lightly kick these things and tip them over and they break and die.
No.
oh, so
They're also capable of magic.
Oh shit.
So what you're saying is,
ooh.
So what you're saying is I have a chance.
Green has an army of
Also-
archers now have one hit.
Technically,
Yes,
they can work as guide animals too.
What? Hold on. Can you repeat that again about the archers with one hit?
One
You
HP
basically have an
energy.
army of miniature archers that have one hit point.
Oh my god. So
It's more like he has a squad of flamin warfers with one hit point.
Yeah.
Also, they can work as guide animals.
Ooh.
Spies, they can eat documents and then repeat what was on the document.
Intriguing.
They're incredibly smart. They actually have 5 smarts.
Well then, it's actually kind of a good thing we took. I was hoping to only take one with me, but you know.
Oh my. Andre's probably gonna kill you if he ever finds out about this, but
Who will?
Andre.
Oh yeah,
Andre.
yeah. This is fuck. Green will be dead.
Andre already has to deal with a different hive mind altogether, but
And he has to deal with my bird.
this will actually drive Andre to drink despite his heart condition. Fantastic.
Oh no.
Andre thought he was done dealing with these fuckers when he left Paris, but no.
Oh god, I love this. I love this. This is great.
Andre cannot catch a break. He can't catch a fucking break.
This is
Anyway.
glorious.
So the little lanterns follow around you, and they begin to seemingly whisper among themselves. You can't really pick up what they're saying, but they seem to understand what they're saying.
Oh.
Some of them skitter ahead, and then skitter back. Occasionally, and more whispering will ensue, but it seems mostly that they're just doing what they did before, and like skittering along. There's just noises of thousands, a lot of little legs, just like along the road. You know,
Can
gross
we
skittering noises.
technically have them spot ahead to see if we
I
get
feel like
any
I
encounters?
feel like I know. I feel like I know too much at this point.
Green instantly
mean-
kind of shuts you down because he doesn't want to make. He doesn't want any of them to get hurt.
Well, they're
Oh
already
my God.
kind of doing it.
I know too much character-wise.
Oh.
Yeah, these little, the Bappies, because I will call them by their official title, they are the Bappies.
Oh my god, that is adorable.
Yeah, if you call them baby, they will proceed to say, we are Bappy.
My heart.
Wait,
They're-
Green.
so we're gonna dock with a bunch of marionette dolls, and then we're gonna have an insane protagonist surrounded by animals
You mean
all the
You have a
time.
leaf dog, you have a murder bird, and now you have a hive mind.
Green is the
Also, there are
fucking
a couple goo cats. But the goo cats are decidedly not fans of the Lantern Army.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Well, no, it's
No,
just
my
like they more like are being cat standoffish. You know how cats will just like
Okay.
stick up their.
So does Green have
Yeah.
a semi?
I'll be mainly picking, like, carrying my goopy cat and just trying to make sure it's calm around these creatures.
So does Green have a semi control
buy
of
them
what they can do?
No,
No.
no, you can ask them. There's no guarantee they'll listen.
You can ask them. They'll just repeat everything he says.
They may or they may not. There's a complete chance that they will actually do what he asks.
You know what? Just as we're walking, Green makes some gestures to his whole army of mini lanterns now to just. He makes some gestures and then he softly says, in a calming manner, "Stay away from the goo cats."
They respond and then just kind of wave their arms as they run. But they seem to give the cats a wider berth now.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
Although now they are alternating between calling them kitties and kibbies.
That's what I called them. I call cats kitties.
I love this.
Eventually, a couple run off ahead before letting out shrieks and running back and cowering behind Green.
Green just fucking. He takes
Spots
up his.
notice this and it's like, bad.
Green takes out his LMG and he says, "Who the fuck scared my babies?"
Real shit.
Scary.
He just fucking holds up his gun and just moves forward with everybody, including them.
The lanterns are mostly now like huddling behind Green. They are not exactly brave little things.
Yeah.
They are kind of fragile and they kind of shriek. Now, I have things to quickly fish out. Give me a moment.
Okay.
I could have decisively wiped them all out with one move, but instead, I helped Green indoctrinate them.
How do we keep getting ourselves into this,
I
man?
would like to note that.
You're the protagonist.
God damn it.
This is turning into an anime, and I'm not sure how to feel about it.
It kind of is.
It really is.
Oh God, what have I done?
Sam is badass friend spotting the magic wielding bookworm.
See, I'm already feeling
God damn
this
it.
on the back of my head, but I am feeling just the dead ass glare coming from Apothecary and Hunted right now, just looking at me.
More uninterested.
Oh, okay.
From Chris, he probably wants to kill you.
Ah, that's a fair point.
If we get Never Going Home banner, I'm have to have it anime themed. That is all. Thank you.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
not going to make it anime themed if I get the banner.
So,
But if I get it,
Oh shit.
as you guys turn the corner, you are faced with the best way I can describe it is if, like, you had, like, 2 human legs, and then you proceeded to stick, like, a, one of those big worms from Doom on it.
Oh, God damn it, not this.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's called a slorg. Slorg
Wait, is this from the actual book, or is this something you made up?
It's from the actual book.
Fuck.
You don't like these things, I take it?
No, I don't, because their actions are fast.
Yeah,
So they're
they move
speedy.
quick.
Shit.
God damn it.
Around what is the giant gaping mouth is a bunch of tentacles. And it seems pretty damn determined, let's say, to get at the lanterns.
Oh.
Lanterns all just shriek, "Bad, Wormy! Bad!" Everyone please roll or draw for initiative.
And of Hearts.
I was away. What is happening?
We are
Monster.
attacking.
Rolling it. Pull your card.
Monster worm.
I'm pulling a Jack of Diamonds.
I'm gonna do.
Also, we indoctrinated the spiders.
Yeah, no,
he
I-
was here for that.
Okay.
We are gonna do. I'm going to do a
I don't know
nine of
which part he was
diamonds.
here for.
9 of diamonds?
Yeah.
Alright.
Jack of Diamonds for me.
I will do a 9 of Hearts.
I think the highest one we have is, in fact, the Jack, so Bermuda's going first.
All right,
Who's gonna?
I'm gonna do the shooty shoot.
do it up.
Alright.
What's it? TN?
Its TN is 5.
5. I have 5 dice left over.
Ow, 5.
That's 5, 6, 5, 6. 3 successes. I want to add 2. I hit it.
You'll have. Okay. Managed to hit it then?
Yep,
You're
I hit
using a basic rifle, aren't you?
Huh?
You're using a basic rifle, aren't you?
Yes.
Alright. That means it is down to 2 health.
Damn.
I
So-
I do the shooty shoot.
You hit it and it makes an angry screeching noise at you.
So
I'm gonna pass it to the terrifying Russian man.
Zukov, do your thing.
EN2?
Yep.
Oh boy, both 5s, it's dead.
Yep. The thing drops to the floor, and the lanterns let out happy little screeching noises as it dies.
Green.
And then, proceed to dart over to the corpse. And, they proceed to face hugger the corpse, essentially.
Oh,
oh,
Green kind of looks at this a little bit more shocked now, and he's like, "Still feel like I've seen worse now."
Yeah. When they, pull away, the corpse is picked clean, essentially.
I have my own little personal recyclers.
You could say that.
Erna just go look at Green and say, "What did I miss the past few weeks? What have you been up to?"
Oh, don't worry about that. You've
Well-
missed the man that punched out a bear last week.
Sorry, hold on. What? And last time I saw you, you were basically cowering from a zombie. Now you're a horde of spiderlings.
Let's just say a little
Okay, here's
birdie
the
has
thing.
helped me.
Okay, here's the thing. Zombies didn't come into public consciousness until like the night of
Oh, yeah.
John Romero's.
Uh,
So they wouldn't call them zombies so much as they would probably call them unfallen or
undead
no
of some
men.
sort, yeah.
Walking Dead, or probably The Walking Dead as well, because that
Yeah.
would be
Living Dead, that sort of thing.
Living Dead, yeah, there you go. Okay.
Same. Erna's still gonna be like, what did I miss that this man has gone 180 from the most scared member of the party to literally just having a hive mind following him around?
I mean, would anyone like to inform Erna about Edgar?
No. No.
Green
No.
instantly just looks up to the sky and points up. As I said, I had a little birdie help me.
Edgar has decided to be a little shit. It is no longer in visible view.
Oh, you bastard.
You just hear his
Spot
cawing
starts
laughter.
giggling.
You just hear his cawing laughter, and the lanterns copy it.
He
Oh.
So now there's just a cacophony of crow laughter.
Oh, god damn it.
Lanterns.
Oh, that's glorious. Oh, Green just instantly just turns around back to Erna and he says, I swear he's there. It's just he likes to do this to me sometimes and fuck with my head.
I mean, everyone in the party can attest that the bird is there, that has seen the bird. So everyone but Bermuda
Oh, yeah.
and Erna.
I forgot.
Anyway, you guys have managed to make your way to 3rd Street now, with the thing dead. Boopity boopity boop. Thinking. Yeah. This street is mostly collapsed in. It's just an open hole into the sewers. It looks like a shell got dropped on it and it just kind of collapsed.
Damn.
Oh,
Or it was purposely blown up to keep people from getting across.
Or something to get across.
Yep. I mean, I could see why people probably don't want the lanterns around eating important documents.
It's just... It's fine.
Yeah. So you guys kind of have 2 options. Because right now, 3rd Street is a direct shot straight down the line, right?
Okay.
But you can't get across. At least not this way. There's alleyways you could go down. You could try going into the buildings and jumping across the roofs.
I
Like that idea.
That sounds like a plan.
So the party wants to try heading into the buildings then?
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose. Why
Sure.
not?
I guess. Sure.
I think that
Yeah.
sounds like a good idea. Plus, I have 34 lanterns, so they can even light up the interior. Unless they need to be fed paper to do that.
No, you could probably just be fine.
Okay. Excuse me.
Alright. Hew.
Oh,
Oh. I'm getting to play with some fun monsters tonight. I'm a happy Claire.
oh boy.
So, you guys enter the building, and the lanterns sort of scatter.
Hmm.
The building is still dim, and you can hear the lanterns whispering, so they're still in the area. But they're hiding under objects, meaning the lighting is a bit spotty.
Okay.
So they'll still follow you, but their lighting isn't as helpful as you would like.
And I take it they wouldn't listen to me to move into certain areas to help out a little bit better.
They may or they may not. You can try, but the presence feeling of being watched is much more intense in here.
And I take it that's not because of the lanterns.
Nope.
So spots is how dark it is. Is it in this
It's not
what do
pitch
you call it,
black.
a flashlight?
You could use a flashlight, yeah. It's dark enough for that.
Okay, so spots would take out their flashlight to kind of like light our way a little bit more, so we can see ahead of
Mhm.
ourselves a lot more.
Alright.
Cool.
Alright. So, I need to know, can anyone in the party make a investigation check of 6?
What?
Investigation's guts, right?
Investigation.
Yeah,
Do
that's.
what?
Guts
Do
and
I have
investigation,
investigation? Yeah, I
Maybe
can.
you
I
guys
can make
can
it. I can make an investigation of 6. Yeah.
That's not me
Then
this
I
time.
wish for you guys to attempt.
Erna has an attempt at it.
So I had a gut 5.
I have 2 more dice to use for this.
That was a graze.
I got it.
Alright. So, as you climb the stairs to the second layer, oh, did you make it as well?
Yeah, I wanted. Yeah, I did.
Okay. So, anyway, I will continue on, but it doesn't really change too much. So, as you make your way up the stairs and up to the second floor, there's one more staircase leading up to the roof. As Spot's flashlight drifts along the wall, one of the shadows doesn't disappear.
Oh.
Nani the fuck?
Yeah. A couple of the shadows don't disappear, because as you turn the lights around and around, more of them show up. The only ones that really seem to notice are Bermuda and Zukov at first.
The rest of us are oblivious for a few.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna have for me to call out the fucking shadows to everyone.
Just like, Nani the fuck.
I was like, guys, the shadows aren't moving. Shadows are not moving.
Can Chris
Take it
What
real.
would Chris like to do?
Chris will turn to look to see if the shadows are in fact not moving?
Yeah, no, they definitely aren't. They almost seem to be watching you guys.
This is not
Why?
good.
Why can't I?
I watch back.
Oh boy. Okay.
I think he found his family. That's to Zukov.
Oh no.
Shadow meets shadow, chaos ensues.
Oh.
So, what's Erna's brawn?
Oh god.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Erna's brawn is 4.
Okay. Well, for the love of that's not what I wanted, you damn thing. Sorry. So. There's about 5 of the bastards. Alright, so. Let's see. Or. Alright, so. Yeah, no, I'm just looking at how I have to roll this to make sure I ask for the right stats. and I did so good. 4, you said? 4, you said, Shane?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Alright. So, one of the shadows that is close to Erna reaches out with a long, spindly arm, and it almost feels like you're being hit with, like, cold silk. It almost feels wet, but not quite. And, the moment it brushes Erna, you, lose all feeling and you can no longer move.
Oh,
Congratulations, you've been paralyzed.
Oh no.
I shoot the arm.
Everyone drop her initiative, and then, yeah, maybe you can shoot the arm.
Can I reuse my jack?
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
I'm reusing my jack.
Bermuda didn't like that.
No, they didn't.
If there isn't like any like aside from being unable to move, if normal physical reactions and stuff can happen, Erna is very pale right now, very nervous.
Yeah. I mean, you just get basically had your face touched by, like, weird slimy, well, slimy in quotation marks, weird cold, almost slimy, ghost fingers, essentially.
I'm pretty sure shadow people are a big thing in German folklore as well.
Yeah.
So she is not okay right now.
All right, initiative.
Yeah, I forgot
And
about
then
you.
I'm
And
pretty sure the highest card we have is a jack, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
does anyone?
I mean, I have a queen. I haven't placed it out, so
Would you like to?
3 of clubs.
no. I'll let
That's all I got.
let it.
Okay.
Just
So, that means, yeah, Bermuda, go.
So Bermuda makes a very loud, like, angry hissing sound and then tries to shoot the arm.
Alright. Okay. Yeah. You fire at it. You hit it. Yeah. But it just goes through it and the bullet gets lodged in the wall. It didn't even seem to affect the creature.
More hissing noises. More.
Hmm.
Yeah, so, who do you pass play to?
I'm gonna pass at the spots.
Alright.
shadowy creatures that don't get affected by physical objects. Brave.
Oh yeah, the fur on the back,
How
the
would
fur on their
cloud
tail
work?
is standing on end.
How would poison cloud work?
It might hit them. It might not. It works the same either way. Like, the rules are still the same.
I'm saying, is it like a swamp gas where it fills up an entire area, or can I concentrate it?
You can concentrate it.
Okay. Okay, that's my biggest question. Okay, so I will be doing that. What is their bronze?
Their bronze are 2.
Oh,
Interesting.
interesting indeed.
They just can't be hit by conventional weapons, it seems.
Yeah, there's 3 ways to deal with them.
I have an idea.
Using poison, which is a whisper.
Green
If
has nothing.
my phone decides to let me actually type.
Actually, Green has an army.
Yeah, but I
I'll do
don't. I don't think.
I'll
my
be right back.
army-
Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta walk off for a second.
No problem.
Yep.
You'll be here.
Roll attempt to save Erna.
Sadly, I just don't think the I don't know if the army. Oh no, wait, they have magic.
I'll bump that 4 up to a 5, and
They all have
automatically-
magic and fire magic at that dragon.
This is gonna be interesting.
So I'm using Poison Cloud. It deals 2 damage, and I just did a basic Poison Cloud.
Alright, which
And
one are you
then-
targeting?
The one that's touching Erdna.
Alright. And how much damage does that do?
2.
Alright, yeah. The poison cloud affects the creature, and you just hear an unholy shriek before it fades out.
Damn.
And this gets all the other ones that are surrounding the party, circling like a pack of predators, to turn and look at Spots. Please pass play.
Spots is in trouble.
Am I the only magic wielder here?
No.
I guess I'll pass it to Zukov in hopes that he has some magic.
Well, first off, he's pulling Green towards him, out of the way.
Fair enough.
You don't want to be in front of this.
Yep.
And he pulls out his heavy pistol, his heavy revolver, right?
Oh, I see what you're gonna do.
Ooh.
On the revolver, there are several new engravings now glowing a bright white. When he fires the weapon, let me actually roll real quick.
I mean, these things have 2 brawn.
I know, but I'm doing something else with it.
Ah.
Alright. I think I know what this is, though.
5, so I need 5 for this. Hold on a minute. Okay. Have enough dice for this. This is how this works. It's brawn. I have enough dice for this. Perfect. When it fires the weapon, the barrel begins to glow a bright white like it's molten metal, and a jet of flame comes out at the two that are in front of him.
Ooh.
That flame
Okay.
does flame does 3 damage.
A piece. Okay. And down they go. They immolate, as expected, and burn away like dew in the morning sun,
Dang.
leaving just 2 left.
Chris's turn.
Can Chris even do anything?
I don't believe he can. He is a completely normal human being.
With no magic whatsoever?
No magic whatsoever.
Ouch.
He has potions, but it's
Anything
a
with fire?
in a confined space. I don't think that's a smart
Ah.
idea.
So who's?
I just used fire. We'll be fine.
Oh, but there's a difference between a controlled stream of fire and fireworks, which are just my.
Spots does have a flaming warfare on them. Hint, hint, if you want to grab it off the spots.
Nah, I can pass it to Spots, right?
Spots
Hmm?
is also further up.
Can I just skip Chris's turn and pass it to Spots?
It would pass to the enemies, actually.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Technically, I think it would have passed to me, but I can't do shit.
I mean, I was hinting at the fact that you could have asked Spots for the weapon, and if Claire allows,
It
know.
would, but it would take a turn.
It's quick. How does grabbing potions off someone work?
Grabbing
Are you-
potions off someone.
Fireworks potion.
Depends on if they're willing to give it to you, or if you're actually taking it. Taking it would be grapple check.
Because I
Willing
have
no problem.
grapple check. Oh, he wouldn't be able to take the flamethrower potion then.
No.
Hmm.
Okay, wait, let's see. Actually, is it just fire types of things or light in general?
Okay. These
Seems
things
to be
don't
more
like
mode magic.
These things don't like magic, fire, or grenades.
I have 5 grenades.
Yes, but
I mean,
we
it's
are
a grenade.
also in the hallway with them. You know that, right?
Yes. The reason I want to use.
I don't think Green would like to end up in the little bits.
Feel bad for the rest of his life.
Spots
So
will
I,
punch you from the grave.
Oh, okay.
I need to roll to see something because Chris is passing his turn. That means that, no, it passes to the NPCs. I need to see something. Oh boy. this is actually a good thing for you guys.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
I hear good news.
Sensing that their god is in trouble, a couple of the lanterns kind of peek out from where they're hiding
My boys.
and go, "Bad! Bad!" repeatedly.
My boys.
You know, like small children that they are. And, they are going to attempt to do elemental rituals fire.
Ah, my boys.
Oh, John, yes!
Do it. You
I need
can
to go
do it.
God,
The
Green's
lanterns
minion army is just furious now.
Green is just.
Only-
Bermuda isn't the only one who's furious.
Green is chanting on my little lanterns to just fucking burn them up.
It's only like 2 of them. Like I said, they aren't exactly the most bravest of creatures, but
I don't care if it's 2 of them. They're. I'm going to name that one Clive and Carter.
Clive and Carter. Okay.
I have a
Brave
question.
little lanterns that could.
I have a question. If those 2 lanterns survive, can Green use Shadow Blood to mark them?
Oh. Ooh.
They don't leave behind blood.
I don't care.
You
Can
can mark
he
them
use
some
something
other
to
way,
mark
maybe
them?
like
No.
wrap a ribbon around their handles or something.
Green.
Well,
like-
a literal name tag.
Yeah, so Green will just
Yeah.
take like a name tag or something and write down on each of them what their names are.
Is he gonna just spend like hours doing that?
Maybe.
Probably.
Alright,
Let me
this
see.
Christ.
I need to find the
very
rules for-
funky with me.
I need to find where is the. Where's
Never
the
Going Home, episode 70. Green walks in with 500 followers.
episode 7.
I'm sorry.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, there's the whispers. I need elemental rituals and I need fire.
Alright. Come on, boys. You can do it. I believe in you.
Alright,
Kind of wish
there we go. Where is.
Oh, that'd be a neat thing if I could boost resolve of the lanterns to help them out a bit.
So, they are going to attempt for 3 extra and elemental. So,
Oh
we
my lord.
have.
Is Green gonna start seeing himself as their father? I swear to God.
No success. They need 1. They need. Okay, so they need to roll 4 dice out of their pool of 6. Okay, so these 2 need to be re-rolled.
Oh, come on. Please.
And they do it!
Yes!
One of them, angrily, flips it so it's standing on 2 of its legs to let you see the bottom of the lantern.
Yeah.
Turns out there's a gaping fanged maw there,
Oh.
and it just kind of belches out fire at the shadows and hits them both. Because it got both spray off and it got a critical off, meaning it does 2 damage.
Oh my god.
The shadows kind of dissipate with an angry shriek. And the lanterns kind of run in a circle and do a little dance to say that they're very proud of themselves.
Green instantly joins in with their little dance, even going up to some of them and grabbing their little legs to dance with them, and just, he's like, oh, I'm so proud of you boys! That's my boy! Oh.
Let's see if Erna's still paralyzed or not, just as a hee-hoo funny.
Oh shit, that's right.
I think I have returned.
Yeah, no, Erna is not still paralyzed.
I was about to say, if Erna was still paralyzed, could I have the lanterns carry her out?
I mean, they reached around heavier things than a snake woman.
See? It's fine.
Erna was visibly still disturbed, though, even though they're unparalyzed. They are very not okay. German folklore told them about these things, and they are not okay.
Can
Those
I
things are
just
called-
have,
Erna is experiencing stress effect.
Oh no.
can I have for me to give Erna a hug?
Yeah, sure, I don't care.
Erna gets hugged from tiny possum person.
Resident giant snake has PTSD to shadow people.
Wait, so now it's not only wasps and bees, but now it's shadows.
Oh boy.
Aren't I a
And the
fun
list
DM?
of traumatizing things go on.
How bad?
Erna is a civilian. I want to remind you.
How bad would it be if Green just fucking said to all of his lanterns, "All right, everybody, group hug."
God.
Oh God.
God. He just gets
I will
dogpiled by
shoot
them.
you.
Green just gets dogpiled by the lanterns. It's very warm under there. Like, unbearably so. They are a bunch of flaming lanterns. Anyway, going up to the roof, it seems that there has been someone on the other side moving around because you can see ramshackle bridges.
Hmm.
It might be safe to say that those shadows down below, which, if what Sasha said was true, won't be staying dead for long. Someone's been moving around, and those were likely guards, of all things.
Intriguing.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we could have woke the hornet's nest then, basically.
You might have already done that. Either way, it seems like there's been a path opened, and the roofs have bridges and such. They're a bit rickety, so you might want to cross one at a time. The lanterns seem to have no issues, just kind of hopping over and scrambling on.
Yeah.
So, they luckily will support everyone's weight, including the snake woman, who's probably much heavier than everyone else due to the fact that the bottom half of her body is muscle.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a straight shot down to second.
Sweet, sweet.
Great.
Yeah.
Nice.
You guys managed to reach 2nd Street, and after scaling down a fire escape, you are greeted with a bunch of apartment buildings that have boarded up windows and doors. These ones look almost lived in. There is an intense, uneasy feeling, and when you look on the ground, you can see several ruins, much like the one around the houses you saw earlier when you entered the hunting grounds. Just these ones don't have the same feel per se. They just are similar, but they aren't void ones, they're veil.
Oof.
So instead of the chains, you just have the eye and all that.
Oh. Spots feels very comfortable here.
Intriguing. Green's I think Green's a little jittered, but he's ready to rock and roll with his lanterns.
Edgar attempts to come down too, and is repelled by a force field, essentially. It's like he hit a bubble and then bounced off, and it's just like, can't come down there, boyo. You're on your own for this.
For once, I'm sad that the bird can't be here.
So Edgar can't come with me?
Yeah, no, Edgar can't. Every time he tries, he just gets bounced back as though he was hitting a giant bubble.
Okay, before we even decide to go down, Green just softly picks up Edgar and just gives him a big hug. And
He
then,
can't.
Aw.
Edgar's stuck above you.
God damn it! No, Edgar, I need you.
Edgar, see Green reaching out trying to hug them.
What about the and I guess the
The lanterns are perfectly fine.
Okay.
They don't seem to give a shit.
Well,
Edgar just can't.
I just leave a couple of my oh, I can't do that. They wouldn't do that. I was gonna say I could leave a couple of lanterns with Edgar to keep him company.
Yeah. Edgar wheels above you for a few moments before flying back in the direction of base camp for everyone, for you guys. He's like, I'll see you back at the camp, okay?
Green just
Don't
shouts
die
out.
on me.
Green just shouts out, I swear, I'll be back. I promise.
I hope so, boy. I'm fond of you. Hate to see you die now. And then just vanishes in the distance over the buildings. That leaves you guys here.
Oh, man.
In total, there are 3 apartments on the block, not counting the one you came down.
Okay.
It seems some damage has occurred since the last time Sasha was viewing them, because only one's left standing.
Hmm.
And it is absolutely coated in ruins and chains.
So
I am not comfortable.
we have a major issue with that then.
That's why we make them uncomfortable. Let's fuck them.
Would Chris or like Zukov even know anything about this?
Yeah, that's Veil shit, dude.
I mean, you have spots.
Pretty sure they
who
would.
Can
Yeah.
help you guys understand what this is about
I'm pretty sure I would know.
outside of Zukov.
I mean, Zukov doesn't have the same intuition with this as Thoughts does, but it's pretty obvious that the runes are mostly there for supporting it, and also protection to keep things out.
Damn.
The only way Erna might know about any of this is if they run into it before they join the party. Otherwise, they'd be
no.
clueless as a civilian.
Yeah, no, this is definitely something to be clueless about. Yeah. You can also see up on the top floor, which is the 3rd floor, there's flickering lights. And looking down the street a little bit, there seems to be a small tank parked there.
Oh, God.
Tank parts or heart?
Parked.
Parked. Oh.
It is still
Alright.
very much usable.
Oh, random ship. Holy shit.
Intriguing.
Ideas.
It is also heavily warded. More so than the building, honestly.
So it's possible it might not even work.
Or only one person can probably take it if you want to really use it.
True.
Erna's gonna say just to kind of comment. I think that little rat guy talked about knowing tanks before. If anybody wants to ask him about it later.
Huh.
AKA Vadim. Vadim is an engineer, big time.
That's right.
Oh,
Alright. Well,
we.
seems you guys found where you need to go.
Hmm.
I guess we move
I'm
up.
Should we try to secure the tank or no?
I mean, I guess we could. No harm in trying. I
Oh,
suppose.
Bermuda has a mechanics skill.
It's gonna take a bit more than just mechanics to get this thing out.
I have mechanics and I have drive vehicles.
I mean, I don't
not
mean
not even
No.
operating, just making sure no one's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not even that. It's heavily warded with whispers.
Yeah,
Warded.
magic
Which
warded.
means
With-
if we try to enter it or
with-
go near it, it'll probably fuck us up.
Yeah.
Then we theoretically get to the wards.
I mean, there is probably one person who can try to take off the wards if you guys really
I would
want
like
to.
to say, before we do anything, that there's always a chance that the person who put the wording there would not appreciate someone fucking with the wording.
Then we
Oh,
kill.
Well, whoever put the wording there can go fuck themselves.
Or maybe it's just a
We
waiting
can
trap. And
trade with them?
however, if we get close enough to it, they might just take a shot at us. Maybe there is someone in the tank.
That's why you use your sneak skills
Well, now let's
and
do it.
don't just waltz up to the tank like an idiot.
I mean, the thing about most wards, they're tied to the caster's life force.
Mm-hmm.
Kill.
So if that is the case, then we just go inside then.
So we
Like
find
find a way inside the building.
the caster, take them out.
Yes.
I guess inside the building we go then?
Yeah.
If we even can.
Yeah, you can. The warding on the building is not as severe, and it's very obviously just an alarm. So the moment you enter, whoever's there knows you're there. So everyone just draw for initiative already.
And
7.
Do a diamond.
Just give me 1 second here.
I'll say the queen, so we can start rolling them all here.
And of course, I'm going to go with 7 of clubs.
Alright. The lanterns have also just elected to stay outside for this. So,
Alright.
no being saved by sudden fire. And our enemies, which are a couple cultists, about 5 of them. I'm calling them VCs.
VC standing for.
Veil cultist.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You hear them yell out, "Protect the lieutenant," as they rush about in attempts to
Thwart us.
mount some kind of defense.
Hmm.
Alright.
And they drew a King of Hearts.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they go first.
God damn it.
Unfortunately. So,
Curiosity. How much?
green. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say green, what's your brawn?
Well, my brawn is 4, but I also ended up buying that medium armor for 3, so I don't know if that'll help
Alright.
me or not.
Not until you get below 3.
Okay. See, I'm on 3 armor.
Yeah, it's a safeguard against when your health gets lower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, 4 brawn then.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay. That means there's 3 dice left over from them.
Shit.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't get to cast magic last time.
Last time because they were assassinated by Shadow Man.
That's also true.
They didn't really get a chance to because they were ambushed, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, they passed. They only did a basic poison, so basic poison does 2 to you.
So that's
And honestly,
2 brawn damage then?
yep.
Thick.
Mm-hmm.
I am down to 2.
And I don't really feel like doing all of them individually. So when one of them goes, they all go, because I'm getting really tired.
Understandable.
So they'll pass play to Zukov.
What's the brawn?
The brawn is 3. They are not exactly tough.
Ah, give me a second.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Zukov, what are you doing?
Zukov to the rescue?
You've given him too much power.
You could use the same amount of power, fucker.
I can make that work. Hold on a minute. Okay.
Excuse me.
That's pass. Wait. Okay. Okay. Like 4 some on back left. I'm confusing myself. Hold on a second.
Should we be
Okay.
concerned?
Just give me a second. Okay, so I need those 2 make it. Okay, so 3 make it. 3 will try to reroll all of these.
If I know Apothecary, he's gonna do something
A
interesting.
little crazy.
Okay.
Also, Zach, the Death Arcana was pulled in the upright position. So
Now what does that mean?
you don't need to roll for this.
I don't.
No, I just felt I wanted to let you struggle for a short little bit.
So we don't have a cultist problem.
What
Are
did you
you
do?
fucking kidding me?
Flamethrower from machine bonds, 3 damage with fragmentation.
Oh no.
They're
That's
dead.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus!
So
Can Claire describe the madness that unfolds in front of us? Or
Please.
Apothecary?
Please.
Zukov, looking particularly unamused by all this, pulls out, I'm assuming, the heavy pistol.
Yes, because he can't really use the
Yeah,
the
okay.
rifle here.
Yeah, he pulls out the heavy pistol, puts his hand on it, just lets it aside. He's just like, Zuka. Black. And then
Good job.
just fires. Immediately, the cultists go down screaming in pain.
Oh my god.
Did he-
So
Agent 47 Russian edition does not seem phased.
Oh my god.
Chris just asked Zukov, did he give you that or did you get it yourself?
Where's the fun in telling you that?
Also for the sake of making it more flavor text and less standard. Umri dermo. Die, you shits.
And Green is just staring in fucking awe at this. And
You get
and after that
Spots
he
is
then
kinda used to this by now from Zukov, so Spots will go ahead and try to get to the lieutenant before everybody else is.
oh yeah, that's right.
The next floor up, you don't really see anything. There isn't any enemies or anything. It's just a very empty research area. You can see some bloody chains on the walls and shit, but that's about it.
Definitely some sick shit going on in here.
so too much fun.
When you reach the top, you are met with a scrapper, much like one of our previous friends were. Right? And he doesn't even seem to really care that you're there. He just turns and looks at you with a raised eyebrow behind a half mask. He's like, so, let me guess. You got sent here to stop the dead from coming back to life?
Yes.
could say that.
He just kind of, you can almost imagine a smirk on his face, and he's just like, well then, guess we're at an impasse since I have orders to keep the dead coming back.
Why?
Why should I question what he wants?
Who the fuck is he?
Spots is now confused in what to do.
He just shrugs and he's just like, whatever. It's not like you own this area, own this town. It belongs to her and him.
Wait. Claire?
Chris is having a moment.
No,
We'll
it's Claire having a moment.
We'll see about that.
Her and him, Sand and Spider. Am I correct in that assumption?
No.
Okay.
Something new.
The he we've met before. The her we have not.
Oh.
Oh, then what the fuck? Who was I not there for he?
No, you were.
Who
You
was
had a
it?
very close encounter with he.
Aye.
Oh, the eye. Ah. That fuck.
That would make her cough.
It does not make her void. You have not met her yet.
Yeah.
Alright, dumb brain. Sorry.
Well, I got nothing.
Green just
Yeah.
stands kind of unamused,
That's a line
not
for
knowing what
that.
he's talking about.
He just shrugs again. He's like, "You're welcome to try. Although I think even you, Revenant, will find it a bit difficult to get through these wards." He taps the floor with his foot, revealing that while the outside of the building wasn't as protected, he certainly is.
Oh shit.
Would Spots be able to identify these wards?
They're mostly personal protection wards.
Okay. So Spots wouldn't be able to do anything against them.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of gives you all an amused look, and he's like, "But I guess I'll let you have this one. I can take a bit of a punishment anyway." He just shrugs and tosses something at you all. It's a round black goop orb, like before, but it doesn't splatter when it hits the floor. It just kind of bounces slightly like a basketball. And,
Can Spots take it?
I mean, you can. It's probably the thing that's it's the thing that's been bringing the dead back to life, bluntly. And, he's gone.
He's just not there anymore?
Yeah. And you
He's
hear outside the rumbling of a tank. What most likely happened is our scrapper friend decided to jump out of the balcony.
Oh shit.
Is he even fucking alive?
Yeah,
Considering the
is.
tank noises.
Yep. He just took his
Erna's gonna say, should we get out of here in case he might shoot at the building?
Yeah,
The
probably.
sounds of the tank are leaving, and the building starts to shake around you. It seems now that the owner has decided to cut the wards.
Oh crap.
Yep.
So time to go, guys.
Yeah, grab your fucking kids.
All
The
right.
lantern stayed outside. What do you mean?
Erna,
Yeah, the
Erna's
lanterns are all
going to
outside.
pick up Bermuda and start moving.
The lanterns are all outside with the tank.
We're
The
gonna go what?
lanterns are outside, away from the tank. The tank drove off.
I mean, still.
Or does what?
Oh,
They're not gonna.
So-
The lanterns aren't just gonna stand there and get ran over. I'm just saying. Anyway,
so
Erna,
if we would have fucked with the tank, it would have fucked with their way of escape.
Most likely.
It's not like we could have done anything with it.
You could have,
Could've
like,
just blown it up.
What is that?
Yeah. tossed a grenade down the chute or something.
Oh, grenade. I have 3 of them.
I have several more.
But we didn't want to do that.
There's also no telling what would have happened if you attempted that with the wards up.
Yeah.
Good
True.
point.
I think Erda picked up the small NB.
Yes.
Alright. Anyway, you guys managed to get out and safely back to camp. It seems now that you guys have the orb, that, Gorb, that whatever effects were happening stopped.
The reanimation.
Yeah.
So it's all gone.
Yeah. Mhm.
This is the first session in a while that Bermuda's been around, huh?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Or sorry, yeah, Erna and Bermuda.
So getting back and reporting to Sasha leads to her looking mildly concerned. The man you described is definitely the second in command of the pirates.
Ooh.
The fact that they and the cultist are in fact a bit more close than I suspected is mildly concerning. I need to report back to the commander. The rest of you rest. At least now we can maybe get some breathing room.
She doesn't notice a pile of lanterns. rolling.
Honestly, at this point, she's just pretending they don't exist and hoping to God that they don't cause trouble. She doesn't want to have to explain this to Andre.
Fair enough.
We wish
Spots would help them create a small fire out of the way so they don't cause too much trouble.
Oh,
you're asking.
you're
And
going
also-
to encourage them to put stuff in the fire.
No, he's got a point.
No,
I mean, you do
no,
have a
I
point,
would
though.
paper.
I know.
Paper
I know,
only.
I know. Green would help you to
No, he's got a point.
to help you keep them distracted from everybody else around. He's gonna help you
Dumb joke.
to.
Does anyone have another rack?
Oh no.
In any case, everyone please accept 100 valency. Our session is now done. I'll leave it to Dragon to close off, and I actually really need to go.
That-
So I wish you all good night.
Not a problem.
Thanks,
You
good
have a
Claire.
fantastic one. Thank you, Claire. It was a good session. You
Yep.
have a good one.
Sorry for showing up late.
Nah,
It's
no
fine.
issues.
You joined at the best time.
Hell yeah.
I did.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Good night.
Have
Good
a good one.
night.
All right, everybody, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. That ends our next session. Apologies that it has been a little while, but things have been busy for everybody lately, and I'd much rather have everybody get their stuff done and do whatever they need to do than continue on with these sessions, just to make sure everybody's all good. But other than that, everybody, thank you all, and we'll see you next time.